Are you absolutely furious about the rising cost of NHL talent? Or are you thrilled to see young stars finally getting paid what they're worth? Because right now, in the high-stakes world of professional hockey, that's the burning question on every Montreal Canadiens fan's mind as we dive deep into the swirling rumors surrounding Lane Hutson's next contract. This isn't just about money. It's about the future of franchise, the value of a Calder Trophy winner, and the delicate dance between player power and team leverage. Get ready, because the numbers are staggering, the opinions are divided, and the implications to the Habs are monumental. The NHL landscape shifted dramatically at the start of October, and two names, Luke Hughes and Jackson LaCombe, have suddenly become central figures in the Lane Hutson saga. On October 1st, the New Jersey Devils finally inked defenseman Luke Hughes to a massive 7-year deal, carrying an average annual value of $9 million. This wasn't just a contract, it was a statement, ending a training camp standoff that had fans on edge. Then, just a day later, the Anaheim Ducks followed suit, signing blue liner Jackson LaCombe to an 8-year extension, also at a staggering $9 million AAV, making it the most lucrative contract in their franchise's history. These aren't just big numbers. They are the new benchmarks, the gold standard for young, promising defensemen emerging from their entry-level deals. And for the Montreal Canadiens, these signings have set a very specific, very expensive precedent for their own burgeoning superstar, Lane Hutson. The question isn't if Hutson will get paid, but how much, and how these recent deals will shape that conversation. Now, let's talk about the man of the hour, Lane Hutson. At just 21 years old, he's currently in the final season of his entry-level contract, but his resume already speaks volumes. Coming off an absolutely sensational NHL debut, Hutson didn't just play well. He dominated, ultimately winning the prestigious 2024, the 25 Calder Memorial Trophy, as the league's top rookie. That's not just a nice award. It's a declaration of elite talent, a signal that this young blue liner is not just good, but potentially generational. His performance has elevated him into a unique category, one where the term entry-level feels almost comically understated. The Canadiens have a certified star on their hands, a dynamic defenseman who has already proven he can impact the game at the highest level. But with great talent comes great financial expectation, and Hutson's impending contract negotiation is shaping up to be one of the most significant in recent Canadiens history. Here's where the plot thickens, and the negotiation tactics come into play. Unlike some veteran players, Hutson, at the end of the season, will lack arbitration rights. This means he can't force the Canadiens into an arbitration hearing to determine his salary. Furthermore, he'll be ineligible to receive an offer sheet from a rival club, which would typically allow another team to make a lucrative offer that the Canadiens would then have to match or lose him. So, what's his leverage? It's a classic, albeit risky, move. Staying away from training camp next September if he's without a contract by that point. It's a high-stakes gamble, a test of wills between player and management. On the flip side, the Canadiens hold significant leverage themselves. They control his rights, and without arbitration or offer sheet options, they can dictate the terms to a certain extent. This dynamic creates a fascinating power struggle, where both sides are trying to maximize their position while ensuring the long-term success of the team. It's a delicate balance, and the outcome will undoubtedly set a precedent for future young stars in Montreal. This is where the hockey world's brightest minds weigh in, and their opinions are as varied as they are passionate. The Athletic's Pierre LeBrun, a respected voice in the industry, firmly believes that Luke Hughes' contract has set the definitive bar for young defensemen like Hutson coming out of their entry-level deals. For LeBrun, the $9 million AAV is a new baseline, a figure that Hutson's camp will undoubtedly point to in negotiations. But not everyone agrees with that assessment. Adam Proteau of the Hockey News makes a compelling case for why Hutson deserves an even higher salary than Hughes. Proteau highlights Hutson's incredible 60 assists last season, his elevated ice time, and a remarkable 123 block shots, arguing that these statistics demonstrate a more comprehensive and impactful game than Hughes's. It's a powerful argument for premium pay, suggesting Hutson's on-ice contributions warrant a top-tier contract that reflects his unique skill set and immediate impact. Then we have Marco D'Amico from RG.org, who believes the Canadiens actually have the upper hand, the leverage to keep Hutson's cap hit closer to that $9 million mark. D'Amico suggests that Montreal could get creative, utilizing signing bonuses and retirement compensation agreements through the Canada Revenue Agency. This strategy, he argues, could net Hutson more in real dollars while keeping the official cap hit manageable for the team, a win-win scenario that requires some clever financial maneuvering. Adding another layer to this complex negotiation, TVA Sports' Nicolas Cloutier offers a stark warning to the Canadiens. He believes that another dominant performance by Hutson this season will only strengthen the youngster's bargaining position, potentially driving the price even higher. Cloutier's recommendation is clear: sign him as soon as possible, or risk having to pay much more by season's end. It's a race against time, a ticking clock on Hutson's escalating value. And finally, Sportsnet's Elliot Friedman, always plugged into the league's inner workings, reported just last Friday that the two sides are already engaged in detailed contract talks. Friedman's intel suggests that the final price could indeed be closer to what Hughes and LaCombe are earning on their new deals, indicating that the Canadiens are well aware of the market and the expectations. The consensus, if there is one, seems to be that $9 million is a floor, but the ceiling remains a tantalizing mystery. Let's turn our attention to the Canadiens' financial situation, because understanding their cap space is crucial to predicting Hutson's future. Puckpedia indicates that Montreal has projected $36.7 million in cap space for the 2026-27 season, with 15 active roster players already under contract. This is a significant amount of flexibility, a testament to management's strategic planning. General Manager Kent Hughes and his team have done an admirable job getting their best young players signed to long-term deals with what are considered reasonable cap hits. Nick Suzuki, the captain, is earning $7.875 million annually through 2029-30. Cole Caulfield, the prolific goal scorer, has an AAV of $7.85 million through 2030-31. And Uri Slavkovsky, the promising young forward, is locked in at $7.6 million through 2033. These are all substantial contracts, but they represent excellent value for core players. The Canadiens have demonstrated a clear philosophy: identify your foundational pieces, lock them up long-term, and manage the cap effectively to build a sustainable contender. So, what does signing Lane Hutson to a long-term deal with an AAV of, say, $9 million mean for the Montreal Canadiens? It would be a truly significant move, not just for Hutson, but for the entire franchise. It would solidify another cornerstone of their young, exciting core, ensuring that a Calder Trophy winner remains in the Habs' colors for the foreseeable future. More importantly, it could provide them with significant long-term savings. By locking in a player of Hutson's caliber at a market value deal now, before his potential continues to explode, the Canadiens could avoid paying an even higher premium down the line. This kind of proactive management is essential for maintaining a contender in the salary cap era. It allows them to allocate resources effectively, pursue other key free agents, or retain existing talent, all while building a team that can consistently compete for the Stanley Cup. The decision on Hutson's contract isn't just about one player. It's about the entire blueprint for Montreal's future success. It's about securing a dynamic blue liner who can quarterback their power play, shut down opponents, and lead them into a new era of winning. The anticipation is palpable. The stakes are incredibly high, and the hockey world is watching to see how this crucial negotiation unfolds. Will Lane Hutson become the next $9 million defenseman, or will the Canadiens' shrewd management find a way to secure their star at an even more team-friendly number? One thing is for sure: the outcome will resonate throughout the league and define a significant chapter in the Montreal Canadiens rebuild. Now, we want to hear from you, the most passionate fans in hockey. What do you think Lane Hutson's next contract should look like? Is $9 million fare too high, or does he deserve even more? Drop your thoughts, predictions, and even your wildest theories in the comments section below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the NHL's hottest contract rumor, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for all the exclusive news and analysis you can't get anywhere else. Your engagement fuels our coverage, and we love hearing what you have to say. Until next time, keep those sticks on the ice and your eyes on the headlines.